Welcome to Backyards and Bevvies. Grab your favorite bevy, pull up a chair, and enjoy the ride. Hey, B&B fam. This podcast is sponsored to you by BetterHelp, H-E-L-P. Is there something getting in the way of your happiness? I know when I traveled the world, I had many days where BetterHelp's worldwide service of licensed professional therapists could have helped me speak to someone no matter where I was in the world about whatever was happening in my life, and with zero judgment. With their ability to match me with a therapist that best fits me, I know my mental health would have been way better back then. Believe me, I needed it. But I'm here to share a way for you to take back control of your mental health by telling you about BetterHelp's awesome services they have for you to talk with a pro about your life through their app or just online. Whether it is a video session or some simple messaging, their team is here to help. I went to check out the app for myself just to see how easy it was to use, and after a series of questions, I was told I would be able to start matching with a therapist in under 48 hours. And what is super rad is that it's affordable and they even offer financial aid too. So come join the 2 million users that have already been helped and gain back control of your mental health by visiting betterhelp.com/backyards for 10% off your first month. Remember, BetterHelp is therapy done securely online. Don't forget to use the special code BACKYARDS and let BetterHelp, H-E-L-P, help you to start living a happier life today. And go. We are outside. It is beautiful today.
Welcome to Backyards and Bevvies.
We are
literally in our backyard finally.
I was too excited. We're back outside.
We are back
again.
in the backyard.
Yeah, after months of being inside, cooped up. Ugh.
It is a beautiful day.
It's like a cell in there some days.
It's Nashville's fake spring because it will not last.
Yeah.
So everything is starting to bloom and turn green, and guaranteed we're going to get another cold front and everything will die. And then it'll happen all over again.
Yeah, allergies are at an all-time high today.
They are peaking today. We have sick kiddos.
Oh, it's been a blast. A blast. I got thrown up on yesterday.
Good times.
I mean, but I get to be out here today, which
You got thrown up on twice yesterday.
Yeah, but I'm out here, though. That was yesterday.
Yep.
That was yesterday. Yeah,
New day.
Days. And that kind of... Well, first off, it was we had family in town over the last weekend, and someone had asked in the whole all the questions and everybody hanging out, well, do we come with a script? How do we start these things? And how do we run the show and all this stuff? And it was the easy answer. We just have a topic and then we just kind of go with it. And so today we're going to talk about making things special again. And though it's windy. Though it's not the most perfect day. I think the grill cover might blow off onto us at some point in this show. You know, like, it's probably louder in, like, the whole realm of listening to the show because you get, like, the street noise and the wind noise and all the things. But we're outside. It's pretty special.
Yes.
So today, I had read something that said, make things special again. And at first I was like, make things special again. I was like, that's kind of an interesting tagline. It's like, you know, make America great again. Usually it's a pun or a play on those. On
that phrase.
And there's a lot of that, you know, like make wine great again. Or, you know, like.
Wine's always great.
Yeah, true. Well, some wine.
Yeah.
There's some dirt wine out there.
No, dirt.
My dirt tastes better than your dirt wine.
So funny.
But I started thinking about it when I was out here setting everything up. I was like, you know, though this is not perfect, and though looking out there, everything's still kind of dead, and you know, there's not. It's not like the spring shows where they're like beautiful, but there's life out there, and it's fun, and this is kind of special today that we've been inside. We've done like 5 shows inside since December or something like that.
At least, yeah.
And we've tried. We've been like, man, you want to go out there and do it, babe? Nope.
Hard pass.
Because it's like, though it's sunny, it is very cold or it just rained or whatever. So make things special again. There's a lot of things that we can make things special, though, I feel like, in life. And so
basically, before we jump into it, you saw this as an article.
Yeah, it was just like some girl on TikTok went viral about, she ranted and went on or raved about how she makes little things special, like going to the grocery store. She makes that a thing that, you know, like basically changing your perspective about how you view things that might be
boring and turning them into something fun and special.
That's a very good way to put it, yes.
Okay.
Because let's be real, like on this show we talk a lot about, well, I mean, we have our fun times, and I think this one's more of a fun show, upbeat show. But then we talk about how to change your perspective, because that's what we're doing every day. Every day we wake up, we thank God for another beautiful day. Then when we go to bed, we thank him for all the junk that we might have had to endure.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
appreciate the fact that we were still alive and breathing.
Yeah,
but we spend time together for another day.
We put that day aside, though. Like yesterday, I got thrown up on. All right, well, today so far I haven't been thrown up on, so
it's a win.
Today's
a big win.
A 1% better day in many things. I got up and I worked out. There was a lot of wins, and though I think a lot of people, let's just say the majority, like in life, there's the majority and then there's the very one way this way and one way that way people. And I think we experience that every day, when you watch media or social media or anything on, that has an opinion base. But I do believe that most people are generally excited about a day. They get to do something. They get to leave their house. Maybe they're going to go visit friends. Maybe they're going to go to a water park. Well, not right now. It's kind of
not right now.
cold.
To a concert.
Maybe a concert, or maybe if you live in Australia, you're like, oh,
it's summer.
Snap! I'm going to go to a water park or a beach.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of that, but then in between all of that, there's the mundane or the drag stuff or the boring, which you said earlier. But I think there is a way to look at all of that stuff and at least see the positive in it, to where, going to the grocery store is not the funnest thing in the world, right? I mean, I know going to, and no offense to Kroger, but
it's not like
Kroger's
you don't go
fault.
to the grocery store to go have fun, but you could turn it into something.
But
fun.
I'll tell you this: I have more fun at Costco.
I love going to Costco. Free samples.
But there's the rub, right? Like Costco and Sam's Club, they thought it out, and they're like, how do we make this that much more enjoyable? Because you're going to be pulling a cart that is super heavy, full of a bunch of junk
that you're going to try to Tetris into your car.
Yeah. Unless you show up with a semi truck to take it home, it's always an adventure. The truck was so much better for us. Like going to Costco, it was like, oh, all of it just stays in the back, and then drive home. Bam.
Didn't have room for all the nuggets.
The new G Ride is a little tighter. Though I do love our new Ferrari SUV. It is very
we don't
nice.
have that. Wishful thinking.
But the show's doing great. What are you talking about?
One day.
But it is all the mundane things that we go every day and do or have to do, potentially, whether it be work and stuff. And I can think of my day, and from about like 9 a.m. to about 10 a.m. it's a battle. I'm like, oh my gosh,
that's when I leave for work.
What do I do with the kids for an hour until I can do, because it's kind of like a schedule,
9 to 11, really?
Well, no, because at 10 I usually do a lesson with the little dude that it engages us both in a way, because I get to like show him things on an iPad that's a learning program. But then there's the hour prior to that I really have to start thinking, all right, I've kicked
what are we going to do to make fun?
Kicked the soccer ball for 5 days in a row now. I've pushed his truck up and down the hall with him. I've ran around like a dog to try to see if he'll chase me. Like all the things. And some days it is like, okay, I am effing bored and I want to just go and look on my phone. But I have to look into the joy in that. Like, I have to look that most people don't get that opportunity.
For sure. And it forces you to be creative.
Forces me to be creative. It forces me to enjoy it. Because some days when I think I'm doing something super fun with him, he is not happy about it. Because he wants to go do...
It's like, Dad, this might be fun for you, but this is not fun for me.
Yeah, exactly. Or I might think that, hey, we're both going to... Like, one time I tried to get him to color with me.
Yeah, that didn't go over well.
It's never gone over well.
He is not into coloring yet.
I've tried multiple times on him holding a water marker, a crayon.
He just wants to throw them or eat them.
I hope he's a pitcher. I really do.
He's great at throwing stuff.
He is wonderful at throwing stuff. He likes to kick and throw stuff. So either we have a future soccer stud on our hands or a future Nolan Ryan. I don't know.
We'll see what happens.
But there's those moments where it's like, here comes that 9 o'clock hour. I wave bye to you. I look at him. I look at the girl. I look back at him. I look
All
back
right,
at the
kids,
girl.
what are we going to do?
The cats are all staring at me. The dog's staring at me. And I have to find joy in that. I have to dig down some days and find joy. And so I know that's an easy, probably first world problem that, like most people are listening to this going, oh, boo-hoo. Boo, boo, you Phil.
Well, parenting's not easy.
But then there was the other
and
side.
coming up with all the activities and stuff is not easy either.
But I'm still at home. I'm still in the comfort of my own house. Like, I don't really have to leave. Like, yeah, there's a lot of, sure, there's hard parts to it, but let's be real, it's not that bad. But then I can look back on when I was touring. And this is probably easier for me to go into this because that was truly things that I had to do on a regular that started to become very annoying.
Yeah, because it was the same thing every day.
That I could have looked at in a better light.
For sure.
Like flying business or first class.
Yeah, no complaints.
Or being able to upgrade. Or being on a plane. Or not having to not having to actually work, but knowing that you're still like getting money.
Yeah.
And you're traveling and seeing...
on somebody else's dime, seeing the world.
And I used to kind of hate it.
Yeah, you took it. I think you took it for granted sometimes.
Yeah, and I should have been looking at those moments in airports, and instead of dreading going to the lounge, I should have been really enjoying going to the lounge or even walking.
Like most people don't get to do that.
Yeah, most people just have to cattle up in a pin by their gate.
Yeah.
And wait.
And wait and wait and wait.
And just wait. And hope that the whole plane misses and someone's like, hey, do you want an upgrade?
Right, exactly.
There's not a single soul on this flight.
You can sit wherever you want. It's your private plane today.
But not there. You can't sit there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like looking at it like that's easier for me because right now I really have zero complaints. I'm pretty happy.
Yeah.
So it's hard for me to look at. I mean, like I said, there's days that that anybody has a day, right? So make things special again. All right, well, I'm just looking at my past life, looking at into the future. And with this book, it's like there's a high possibility that I will have to travel again. Like, I'm about to travel to Poland.
Yeah, you are. And
it's all first class again. It's all this like beautiful travel arrangements. It's back in this different world again, but
you're not traveling for the book to Poland.
Well, I'm in my mind. That's what I'm prepping myself for it.
Right, but you're going to work with the USO.
Yes, I'm gonna go do some USO stuff because I really think that foundation's awesome.
It is.
Has nothing to do with audio, which I said that I was never. Well, I say I will never do audio, but the price point has never been hit.
Totally depends.
Yeah. But this was an opportunity to go work with the troops and do something cool, and it will help fund the book, which was also part of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I am looking at all that stuff, and I am looking at the fact that, sure, do I have to go sit on a 10-hour flight? Yeah, and it's going to suck, but I am going to look at it in a different light.
Yeah, you're going, again, on somebody else's dime. You're going for a good cause. You're not in coach. You're in business first.
Yeah.
I saw you looking at the seating arrangement last night. Your chair completely reclines into a flat bed.
Yeah.
Like zero complaints allowed.
Zero complaints. But even on those hard days when it's there, because it's gonna be cold, and I'm sure it's gonna be annoying. There's gonna be things that I dislike. It doesn't matter. I have to make things
make it
special again.
Yeah, and I mean, this could be you're going to get to go into Germany and then over to Poland. So I mean, who knows? It could be your last time ever going to Germany and Poland. So view every single part of it as something extra special.
100%. And I think that is the point, is that though you have to drive to work every day, yeah, it sucks to drive to work. But you can use that opportunity to learn something via a podcast or a TED Talk or you can always better yourself to make things special, right? So like the drive in, who likes to sit in traffic? Nobody.
Zero.
I've never met someone that's like, shit, I can't wait for tomorrow. I can't wait for that hour commute. It's going to be freaking magical. No.
It's totally about perspective. And it actually, this year, I started, I wanted to find some time where I could have more personal time working on my faith and my relationship with God.
Yeah.
And so that my drive into work has actually become that time. And it's been really, really great because, like you said, nobody wants to sit in traffic. And, there's people driving all around you like jerks and putting your life at risk because they're driving like crazy people. And it's been really great. I actually have been listening every morning on my drive into work to Bishop Barron. He has a podcast that's just him praying the rosary out loud. And I just listen to it. And sometimes I pray it out loud with him. Sometimes I'm just saying it in my mind. But it's become a very peaceful way to set my day up before I go into the office where things are hectic and, I'm a million miles an hour and stuff like that. But it's great because I get to have this special time with my faith and with God. And then I go to work and do all the things. And even if I have a terrible day, I've started it off with something great.
Yeah.
And then on the drive home, like if for some reason I don't get to finish the rosary on the way in, I finish it on the way home from work. So I get that reset moment again.
Yeah. There's just something special about taking advantage of a bad situation and turning it and flipping it and making it into a good situation. Now, however people decide to do that, of course, that's on their time. But looking at what you just said, you get to do that. You like aren't forcing. There's someone's not forcing you to, for one, drive in. Like that's a choice, but you're going to make the best of that choice.
Right.
And then on top of it, you're surrounded by, like you said, people that are driving like asshats. And, just the other day, right up the street, there was a road rage incident where a guy killed another guy.
Yeah.
And in the middle of the day, it wasn't like it was, and it was on like a Sunday.
Yeah.
It wasn't like it was a work day.
No, it wasn't even during like a rush hour time.
So just think about the perspective behind that. It's like, are you really that angry in your, I guess people are. I mean, yeah, that's a dumb question because yes, people are, but it's like you just lost a lot, or a life just got lost because
somebody couldn't control their emotions,
or make a simple drive down a simple road, like just normal.
Yeah,
like everybody has to turn it into this rat race or into this. I'm competing against that guy in the car next to me who isn't competing against you. He doesn't even know you're there in most times, and and are we that big of a hurry to get to wherever we're going?
I think that's another way that you could apply this whole make things special again idea is, I don't really feel like people value the beauty and the specialness of being alive anymore.
400.
Everyone is so selfish.
400 trillion to 1 is what the odds are for you to be born.
It's crazy.
Like out of all, like time, sperm, all the things that eggs
that could go wrong or miss each other.
All the million trillion things.
400 trillion to 1. Wow.
400 trillion to 1.
Wow.
For you to be here.
Crazy odd.
But everybody though. That's you.
Anybody
me,
walking on the planet.
Anybody that's on this planet.
And that's the thing. I mean, like that whole road rage thing. If people treated each life of every stranger as something special and as a privilege, we wouldn't have those things happening.
Yeah,
but everybody's so self-absorbed.
It's my turn.
Yeah,
it's my time. I saw a real good meme today. It was it was like about merging. It was like, it's not your God-given right to have that lane. Let the guy in.
Yeah, 100% truth.
And though we laugh about it every day, incidents probably around the world happen where road rage is something that's horrible. And we live in a very, no matter what anybody wants to say about America, it's a pretty dang great place to live. And the first world problems that we do have, it's like, really? That's what we're going to be mad about? Like, that's what we're going to spend our time about? The time part is big because everybody wants to rush into something and then And then once they're there, they're like, oh, dang, now I'm here. Like, I can remember being a teen. And everybody wants, like, 8-year-olds to be teenagers and teenagers to be adults. And it's like, wait, just...
Take your time growing up and living and learning lessons.
Let them just be a kid. Like with our kid, we have to do some stuff in all these tests coming up. And it's kind of unfortunate because I feel like it's like, man, I think he's still just a kid.
Right.
It's just taking his time.
Right.
I don't think that we need to go crazy and do all these crazy tests and...
Oh, the wind is going crazy.
The wind is going wild.
It's gonna blow away here.
I think we might. But yeah, so I'm looking at this little slogan as that. Exactly how you kind of put it. It's time. It's where you are. It's the things you have. It's make the boring great again, or make the boring good. Make everything make your life special. I think is a way to think about this. It's not
find the joy in the little daily things.
Look, there's going to be people who have different opinions. There's going to be people who have different wealth. There's going to be people who have a lot of difference from what you have. But that's the point, though, because if everybody was you, like, just imagine...
It'd be a hot mess.
Well, just imagine the crazy that I have in me. If everybody was me,
oh my,
this world would be like no one would...
on fire.
Yeah, it would just be weird.
No, it'd be
really
great.
But it would be so weird if everybody was like me.
Right.
There would be no discussions. There would be no... We'd all just look at each other and be like, We'd make a bunch of noises.
It's so beautiful to be different.
Yeah, we'd be
from each other.
We'd be like grunting at each other. Because that's like how I talk to myself when no one's around. I'm like, So, I don't know. I read it. At first, I was like, that's kind of weird. But then it like started to sink in. And then it's such a truthful thing.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. I think it's a good idea. We've talked about it before, but to be reminded daily to be grateful and appreciative of all the things that we have and all the things that we don't have. And
gratitude's such a big thing, I think, in life. The more I hear it, the more I think about it, the more I try to live with gratitude, the more at peace I am with a lot of stuff.
And the happier.
And it doesn't mean that I don't want more. I want a lot of... Look, I want a lot more. I want to win. I want to do a lot of things. But that doesn't mean that I can't have gratitude for what I do have right now, or where I'm going, or the people who are in my life, or you name it. I have a lot of things to be grateful for. And one of them is waking up every day.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right off the bat. Like, before I turn a light on, before I do anything, the first thing I do is I thank God every morning.
Up.
I say, thank you. Thank you. This is... I don't know the statistics, but I'm sure there's a lot that didn't.
Yeah, I'm sure there are a lot of people that didn't wake up this morning.
I felt like shit. Well, I shouldn't say like complete like crap, but I felt pretty down.
Yeah.
I was getting over everything that got...
all the sickness.
Yeah, like you've been on the road, so, you brought something home 2 weeks ago or a week ago. And
then we all got better, and then family members brought something, and...
So, yeah, like waking up this morning, I could have stayed in bed, and I debated it. But I said, man, nah, I can go out there and I can give at least a 90% workout. I ended up giving it probably a 95% workout. I didn't go all in. There were some times where I was like,
yeah, I
need to just let my fat sink into the ground. And
Stop.
But it is like it. Every day that I look at what we have, like the ability to sit out here in this backyard and share our opinions. And because that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's our life.
Sharing our thoughts and opinions.
So hopefully someone listens to it and they're like, man, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Next time I go to the gas station and that line is really long, I'm going to be like, yeah, I'm in a gas station. There's not a lot of people that,
I'm not trapped in my house due to a pandemic.
I'm not in jail.
To be outside. Yeah, I'm not in jail. Like, I am outside free.
Yeah.
I'm living as a free person.
Yeah.
Getting to make my own decisions and go do things.
I'm going to buy me some Skittles on the way out.
There you go. Oh, that sounds delicious. Don't bring up treats. We gave them up for Lent.
Yeah, I did give up treats. It's not that bad, though, actually, this go around. I got it. Well, I have some other goals. I had some other bigger goals that this just happened to fall at the right time. So I was like, perfect.
Perfect.
Thanks.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, so, I don't know. What's one thing that you think that you could look at tomorrow and make it special?
Well, I mean, tomorrow I think is just going to be another normal day. So really just treating it like I am blessed to be alive.
Okay.
And be reminded of that. You know, Friday and Saturday, I'll be out of town for a music video shoot.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that that is a very special and unique thing to get to be a part of.
Yeah.
Especially this video shoot, because the artist I'm working with, she is going to co-direct the video. And the song tells this really cool story. And we're getting to work with all these different, like, fire department, police department, local courthouse, all these different things that normally you would never get to interact with.
Yeah.
So I think those will be two very special days where it'll be cool to be reminded of, wow, you know, like, this is a once in a lifetime type of thing to get to be a part of and just, like, witness that and help with it and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool when you think of when we look at what we've done and what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of people dream or wish that they could do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's really the weight of that, when you start to really think about it, it makes you appreciate it more. Because it's like, though it's maybe it's not like the biggest, maybe it's not like a music video for The Weeknd or Justin Bieber.
Right.
But it's still a music video for
So
someone
cool.
who wrote a song, and they're putting it out there, and it's going to be out there forever.
Yeah.
And things like that are... Think about how many bands wish they had a budget for a music video.
Exactly.
Especially up-and-coming bands.
Yeah.
Or they do have a budget, and they're just like, man, I wish I had, you know, Luke Bryan's budget.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, you can have that one day, but it takes a lot of bricklaying.
It does. It does take a lot of bricklaying.
You're gonna spend time, and that's what I think that make things special again really should hit home, is that it is gonna take time, and that's a special thing. Because if it happened tomorrow, you wouldn't appreciate it.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, I think this was a good conversation that, I mean, it opened my eyes a little bit today.
Yeah.
More.
Yeah, it's always good to be reminded.
I love perspectives. I love when someone unexpectedly gives perspective. Because, and I heard something the other day too, you know, we're all influencers.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, though you and maybe I or so-and-so didn't sign up to be, technically, like, you are an influencer.
We're all influencing other people all the time.
And it was so cool the way he said it too, because he was like, yeah, you influence your kids.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's giant. You influence your neighbors, potentially. You influence your community,
your friends, your family,
everything
your
you go, everything you do, everywhere you go, everything. Dr.
Even
Cox. Hugh Jackman.
Exactly.
You're always influencing the person next to you or someone viewing you. So it is, that perspective on life is so fragile, yet so big, yet so tiny. And then we're in this giant universe. And we're all floating on this blue dot.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's really cool to hear just someone say something and then you're like, man, that really resonates.
Have it resonate. Yeah, absolutely.
And so, as simple as those 4 words were this morning when I read it, it like worked out perfectly. We got to record outside.
Yeah.
Everything about it was special. I don't know. It was just a very special episode. So
I agree.
Thank you for tuning in and listening to, you know, this special. It was a simple, quick one too. Yeah. I don't think there's much more of it.
No, I mean, I think that this is great. Go find a way to make the things that you're doing today special.
Yeah.
And appreciate them.
I know I am.
Same.
Nah.
Yeah, you are.
Kid, I'm going to go inside and be like, this stinks.
Yeah, right.
I know. But yeah, so Backyards and Bevvies, we out.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning
in.
in.
Have a wonderful day. Make it special.
You know, we hit, like, not to cut you off from saying goodbye, but we've also, I think, just passed 26,000 downloads.
So cool.
So thank you.
Thank you guys for that.
Everyone who downloads and listens to the whole thing, or even listens to a second of it. I don't know how.
We appreciate you.
You won't hear this then, but
unless you only listen to 1 second at the end.
Yeah, unless you listen to that one specific second at the end.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was really cool. I see the numbers all the time, and I'm always blown away at the small amount of love and then the big amount of love. You
Absolutely.
Because there's always
we appreciate all the love.
Like the small amount would just be a like or a thumbs up. But then then there's the giant amount that people write and do a lot of other things. So, but we thank you all.
Absolutely.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Bottoms up. Go have a wonderful day.
We'll see you next time.
Make things special again. It's a great motto.
It is. I like it.
The title of this episode.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Bye.